there was a point that we kind of both realized, oh, you're as broken as I was, and you did experience the things that, because we didn't talk about it, and it was never spoken about. And it's honestly, I've been in therapy for over a decade now, and I'm going to be the rest of my life.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Frank.
Today, it's all about technology, community, and service.
Yes, it is, Lisa. We have Miriam Neel and Rebeccah Vetrano on the show, and to share how small business support big impact.
Let's get encouraged.
You really have to know your people. Like out in that direction, everybody's older, they're set in their ways, they need and are used to services happening, certain ways.
That's a lot of wasted time that you're paying a very expensive accounting and finance person to do.
Yes.
And they could probably be finding you a lot more ways to spend or save money than doing accounting, like billing processes.
Customer service aspect of it.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to know your area because in the East, they're like Ellicott area, it's very windy. So as simple as putting the can down on its side so it doesn't blow away. So you just need to know your customers. We were racking our brains for the longest time trying to figure something out. And we wanted something cool and we thought of it and like, okay, well, this kind of has a ring to it. Later, we found out that it was or is a tank battalion in the Army.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Be Encouraged Show, Colorado's voice for growth and good. I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. She still is after all these years, right? We're celebrating our third year, Lisa. I'm going to throw that in for free. 3 years recording with this incredible human has been one of the highlights of my life.
Aww.
You rock
Bring
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go, guys. Today's show, as always, is sponsored by The Hive, a platform connecting purpose-driven dreamers to the experts who want to champion them. See, The Hive is where impactful visions are showcased, matched with services that care. Visit The Hive at thehive.vision. And we left you guys a flyer, so make sure you take some Hive. This guy's the principal of the Hive. He's hiving. He's awesome.
Kylan's amazing. So today's conversation is all about the behind-the-scenes work in businesses that keeps businesses and communities running smoothly from technology to logistics.
Really? Well, how did you know that? Oh, you read it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is awesome. I had a wonderful opportunity to have a one-on-one with this incredible human, and we're so glad that you guys would take the time to come with us. It's not that scary, young lady. We're recording. Okay, come on. So
Rebeccah's going to impress us.
I know, I can tell it. Hey, we want to start here with you, Miriam, because you're our panel host today. What is the biggest challenge that you've overcome so far in your journey?
I put a lot of thought into this because it's a really big question. You always ask it right up front.
Oh, someone who did their homework.
I know. Look at our show. What a novel idea, right?
Just some really interesting people and about some really great things. And I think that's what I really like about your show. So in the last few years, my therapist has helped me frame my life as a Swiss cheese, like I'm a Swiss cheese person. Growing up, missed a lot of safety and security and, regular meals or house over our head kind of thing. And I think that leaves an impact on you as a human.
Oh, yes.
And so sometimes that leaves us missing things. And so that's why I feel like a Swiss cheese person. In that you don't have the whole experience of life, so that now as an adult, I feel like I missed a whole bunch of instructions or rules or understanding of how the world worked. And now that I'm here, we're trying to figure it out day by day. Yeah. So I think that's a really big challenge is as a human going through what we did as children and having to figure out how to put ourselves back together in a way that didn't prevent us from growing or becoming something and leaving that same impact on the next generation. So, yeah.
Wow, Miriam, Rebeccah, you are a baby sister. We're glad to have you here as well. I'm sure that you some of the experiences Miriam is talking about you experienced as well, but maybe from a different vantage point. What's been the biggest challenge for you so far in your journey?
It's still the same. Learning new things, trying to learn that it's okay to just as simple as spend money, or learning that it's okay to say no, or learning boundaries. Exactly. Like we weren't really taught a whole lot of boundaries, and so it's like I've learned how to grow with other people. Like I've learned how to accept them in, but I've also learned how to be like, okay, no, we'll be. So it's hard,
Yeah.
but it's doable.
It is doable. Are you still in process of no being an okay word for you?
Absolutely.
Are you?
Yeah.
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 But
I'm still in that process.
But I think I'm feeling that
I mean, I think it's an
process.
ongoing thing, no matter how old you get, is
Yeah.
learning the boundaries and safe boundaries and healthy boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Some people take it to the extreme, but just the healthy way.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Marion, seems like I'm not
I
talking
know.
about the wall. This is in front. This is your fault, man. But anyway, you specialize in helping small businesses use the tools that they already have more effectively. So what are some of the biggest operational challenges you see business owners struggling with today?
A lot of the times it's keeping the knowledge or the intelligence of what they're doing on staff. Or if, say, you've run an organization for a really long time and you had a lot of processes, there's a lot of ingrown knowledge in your organization. And if you're in a field where maybe people are retiring, making sure that knowledge is passed down to the next generation of workers can be complicated, depending on the field that you're in. And even, take that away from a blue-collar field and put it into electronics, you've got people moving in and out of jobs very quickly in tech. And so if you are moving people in and out of your organization often, you're losing information, knowledge, past things that benefit you and your relationship building, your customer developments, and your processes in general. So I see that as a big gap that a lot of small businesses are facing right now, in that when they do have something really good in place, keeping it that way without losing people or the knowledge on how it's done.
How do you mitigate that?
I'm gonna probably sound like an old fuddy-duddy here, but writing processes down, in that you just gotta document it. If it wasn't documented, it didn't happen is a big HR term. But in terms of processes, if it wasn't documented, how do you know you're doing it the right way? If you don't outline your process and wire diagram the way it's supposed to be done, is it actually being done that way every time? And if you can't communicate it that way, how are you making sure that the next person performing that task is doing it the same way?
Yeah.
So I argue if you want things done the same way because it's done well that way, then it should be documented and controlled.
Do you do that?
I do, through systems. And then I love documentation, and I love to communicate things in multiple ways, because somebody who might not be able to read a process can follow a wire diagram. So, or they can understand a PowerPoint presentation when it's given to them, versus somebody who might not be able to read step 1, 2, 3 in an instruction manual. So I try to capture those things for organizations, control them via systems, and then help them communicate that back to their team in a way that makes sense for everyone.
It kind of makes me think of McDonald's. How McDonald's is tried and true. They have the menu right there, and all the workers know exactly how to make the same hamburger. And all the customers expect that, right? And if someone came in and tried to do something different, it would mess up the whole McDonald's model.
Exactly.
So that's neat that you're doing that. I like it.
Well, I want to drill down just a little bit more, because we're ahead of time, and this is really cool. These conversations just really makes me, we got so many different generational cohorts in workplaces now. So communication becomes a difficult thing to try to get across these different cohorts of generations. So is the systems, by doing it those different ways that you just mentioned, would it would everyone understand?
If you give everyone the opportunity to learn it in a way that they can learn it, yes, I do believe so. I believe it can help bridge the gap between what is a generational workforce difference. As long as those tools are aiding them and not becoming the roadblock.
Cumbersome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I would never want to introduce a system that would create risk to any portion of your workforce if that meant that they couldn't use it. But I do believe having technology and implementing consistency and using systems makes sense for more people than it doesn't make sense for.
Do you
And
get pushback?
I think it's natural for humans to not want to change
Yeah.
or to not want to do something new or different.
Yeah.
So, yes, I would say it's very natural to have pushback in any way. And sometimes that can look like, well, I just don't like the title of the process, or I don't like the colors you put in the diagram.
Oh.
Sometimes it can be as simple as that. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's, well, I don't want to have to carry a technology device with me. That prevents me from doing my job. And I can understand that, especially maybe even on a trash truck. I can understand why somebody wouldn't want a big iPad hanging around with them. But I tell you what, the information that iPad can help them collect if they just push a few buttons rather than writing on the paper that they used to write on that would get coffee spilled on it, that would have really questionable transcribable notes on it. At the end of the day, the iPad makes more sense for them. It makes their job easier. That's what we got to focus on. So, yeah, that I do think that it does help, but it needs to be something you work with everyone, maybe a little differently.
Yeah, I did operational management for Orkin at one point in my career, and they came out with these devices that you had to have instead of a paper coming out for each particular job.
You hated it, didn't you?
I adapted well.
Did you adapt
Yeah,
well? Okay.
yeah. To me, that was easier, right? But I wasn't in the field. I was
Right.
on operational leadership, so that's a different thing. But we had so much pushback from that,
Yeah.
man. It was like craziness. I mean, after a while, we had to say, well, this is where we are system-wise. Either you can do this, or maybe this is not your space. Right?
Sometimes that's the answer.
Yep.
Because they're stuck in their ways. And
Yeah.
If they're
But let's give them every opportunity. Maybe I'm never one to say shy away from a conversation, so I would always open that door. What qualm do you have? Because maybe they do have a good point. Maybe those tickets are cumbersome to them. And I feel like if you listen, even if there's maybe not something actionable you can do with what you've heard, that sometimes just listening makes a difference.
Absolutely. Sometimes it doesn't. The difference is the difference. Yeah. Please.
all right. So Becca, you're next. She's like, oh no. So Iron Knight Disposal, family-owned company, serving a growing rural community. Truly, what goes into providing reliable service in an area like Ellicott, and why does consistency matter so much?
That's a big thing. So out there, and the bigger guys, can probably see it happen as they're losing customers. You really have to know your people. Like out in that direction, everybody's older, they're set in their ways, they need and are used to services happening, certain ways. Like you don't want to think about your trash, and we want to make it to where you don't think about us. Like put it out, we'll take care of it. It's done. So you just really need consistency, and communication is a big thing. If you can't make it because of snow, that's something that we've encountered just a couple weeks ago. It's just a matter of keeping in touch with your customers, letting them know, hey, we're not going to make it. We'll be back this day. That goes a long way.
Yes.
Or even if, hey, I can't wait, however long to get your trash picked up, you are on the spot telling them, well, we'll be there this date to get you picked up. So you don't have to wait. It's a matter of, again, just being consistent. There's with the bigger guys, it's just another checkbox.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they'll go out and do their job, and I've heard it to where some companies don't even have routes. Like they just go and pick up the cans that they are used to seeing, that makes it kind of difficult because then you get misses, and then the customer service portion of it is big too. It's like you don't want to call up somebody and get somebody cranky. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm still learning that every day too. Like I've been doing it with our company about 4 years now, and then I was with my husband's family's company before that, and that was 3 years. I'm like, you just got to know the people.
Oh, so your husband has his family do disposal work as well?
So they did.
They did.
Yeah, my husband, he is the son of Dan's Trash. And so they were, again, in the rural eastern El Paso. He unfortunately passed, and then it went to his mom. And then she decided, since the kids were young enough that they couldn't really take it on at that time, that she did sell the company. And then we took over the property that they were working off of. So, I mean, we're still in the same location, same everything, and we just do how they used to do it, how everybody liked it.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, my trash guy is amazing. I've never had an amazing trash guy. It's not the same company. I'm not in the same area, but this guy, every single time, he literally takes everybody's trash can and rolls it all the way up to the garage door.
Yep.
I mean, that
Makes
little
a
thing
difference.
makes a difference.
Customer service aspect of it.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to know your area, because in the east, they're like Ellicott area, it's very windy. So as simple as putting the can down on its side so it doesn't blow away.
Oh,
So
smart.
you just need to know your customers. Some of them are disabled and elderly. Like you'll know, hey, I got to go up to her house. I got to pick it up from the, it's just making those mental notes.
That's incredible. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. Iron Knight, where did that name come from?
So we were racking our brains for the longest time trying to figure something out. And we wanted something cool, and I don't even know what was in contention for names at the time. We thought of it and like, okay, well, this kind of has a ring to it. Later, we found out that it was or is a tank battalion in the Army. I've learned a lot of history people asking me
That question.
if we were military. And I'm like, no, we just found it out. So, yeah.
I think the Iron Knight, though, speaks a lot to their service.
Yeah.
They do kind of come out and fend for their customers from the wind, from the snow, from bad trash service.
So in
Yeah,
your
you do
mind,
your
it's saying
best.
protection.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Because you do get some crazy weather out there.
We do.
Yeah.
The wind is big out there.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So.
You always been a country girl?
No,
The dude did it?
no, I wouldn't even say that.
Graduated from Ellicott.
I think I've just kind of adapted to my roles, because before this I was, again, customer service, and I have my nice boots and my blazers and stuff like that, and I'm just like, now I don't have to wear them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a great segue, because, if your background in logistics, billing, and customer service, what do you think customers value most when choosing a local service provider like Iron Knight? We almost touched on that a little bit, but expound a little bit more.
So, in my experience, they appreciate being able to call somebody and get them on the phone. I may not be able to answer, every phone call, but to get a call back timely manner, you have to have the nice conversations with people. Like, I have sat on the phone for 30 minutes talking to people before about how they cook their food in the microwave. Has nothing to do with trash.
Right.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to be that unofficial therapist for them, that unofficial friend,
Yes.
You have to be there. And people like the fact that we're family owned.
Yes.
They like the local part of it. Like, I live in the community that we serve. My kids are often in the back screaming on the phone. So, I mean, if you ever call me, that's a hazard.
How many babies you have?
I have 3.
3?
Yeah. But that's what people want, is they don't want to be another cog in the wheel. They want to talk to somebody, and somebody in the same state, somebody,
Yes.
friendly. Because if you get yelled at on the phone for being told, well, no, we did pick up your trash when you're looking at your trash, it's not going to end very well.
No.
So, Yeah, it's
Yeah. But, you know, for really though, Becca, because what the other companies do is actually a win for you. Yeah, you
Exactly.
keep jacking it up and it becomes my client.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're often our best salesmen.
So I've always wondered, I'm kind of going off script on this,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
the trash, can you choose your own trash company if, like, I thought HOA controls that, or
If you're in an HOA neighborhood, they absolutely do.
they
So,
do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you?
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, then they do limit that because they want to limit the number of big trucks on their roadways.
That makes sense.
A lot of other places that aren't HOA maintained, you have free reign of whoever services that area.
Okay.
So it does highly depend on your HOA.
Okay.
And Ellicott is not well known
No.
for HOAs.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Well,
Yes.
and east of Mark Shuffle, I had neighbors who actually moved out of our neighborhood, our HOA neighborhood, because they didn't want that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and they moved to all those new homes that were being built that have been there for a while now on the east side of Mark Shuffle. So
Okay.
they're kind of known for that
Yeah.
Yeah.
flexibility and stuff.
Yeah.
HOA's
absolutely.
gotten really bad press in our communities, right?
I mean, it's expensive too for the
Really?
HOA fees. Yeah, it's not cheap.
Well, I pay an HOA fee. I'm going really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have the convenience too. They do all your.
Yeah, they
your-
remove. I'm in a townhome
Yeah.
community kind of, so they remove all the snow and all those things, and they say, so we pay for the convenience. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm old.
Exactly.
That's fair.
You're still young, so you don't get any
Yep.
convenience.
If something happens to John, I'm gonna be in a pickle because
Your husband works out all the time. Yeah, he's good.
I said if something
Ain't
happens
nothing
to him.
happening there unless he steps out in front of a truck or something.
Well, So Miriam, you've led large system migrations and automation projects. How do you help teams adapt to change when new processes or tools feel overwhelming?
Oh, that's a really good question. So I think it kind of comes back to being human about it.
Yeah.
And breaking things down in a way that makes sense to people. People can't argue with logic in theory. That's actually not true. I take that back. If you
I'm married to a
provide-
logical person.
And she argues with him all the time.
I do not.
good
I wouldn't be
logic,
married still if he was an arguer. Sorry.
that's fair.
That was one of my requirements. No arguing, but yeah, sorry. Keep going. He's my third husband, but
Perfect.
yeah, I'm almost 5 years in, so I'm doing really good.
Hey, you know what you want.
Yes.
That's
She finally knows what to do.
Yeah, finally.
sometimes it takes a while to learn, and
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like for systems, sometimes it takes a while to learn that too.
Yeah.
You don't know what's right, what's wrong. So in my opinion, it's being human, working with the people who are going to work with the system. And when you do that, when you make people feel like they're a part of the change, not just experiencing it, when you're going to explain to them that this change is going to benefit their workload, the way that they communicate, it's going to make things easier. Those are things that's hard to argue with in a way that does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I might be arguing with you about it, but it's not going to be logical. So when we're talking about systems, if we're working with people like migration, we're moving files out of Dropbox into SharePoint. And I've heard from people it's really hard to get access to the things in SharePoint compared to Dropbox. There's so many more privacy settings and logins and tra-la-la. And that's correct. There are. But that's why you want it in a system like SharePoint, is because there are so many privacy settings and security blocks, and now you have protection and assurance on your information.
Cybersecurity is huge.
It's huge. So yes, moving something out of a Dropbox may be more inconvenient for you to be able to quick share a link to a single person to a single file. But I challenge, is that really the way you want to be sharing information from your organization or to that client or customer? Because having it in a SharePoint, or if you're going to need something more public to them, having a customer-specific OneDrive drop folder does the same exact thing, but now everything's in one environment. So I argue you can control more, you can audit more in bigger systems and things like that. So there are benefits to it, but your people need to know what those benefits are in order for them to want to make that change with you.
This is so perfect for you based on your history of non-communication from your childhood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I sort of went backward, or I went like overkill.
Yeah, you totally did. Like, you are on it. Wow.
And yeah, frankly, that's one of the lessons that my therapist would probably help me learn is actually a benefit to the experience we had, even though that's a really hard word to put with our experience.
Yes.
Why?
I don't think that being homeless, being abused, being hungry, being uneducated through our homeschooling, or being parentified, or having our experience is in any word good.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, because I'm your therapist.
For today, let's do it.
Papa Frank, come on.
Yeah, because the incredible human that you've become. I got a phrase, there is no purpose without pain. I believe that with all my heart. All my lessons in life I've learned from the pain I've endured. They have. You're incredible today. You're doing amazing work that's going to change the trajectory of business. Would you be that person without those experiences?
I think I could have done something similar. And I don't want to get stuck in a world that isn't, because that's something I've actively worked on as well, is not getting stuck in what could have been. But I do believe if we had been put in a public education system, I could have been doing this 10 years ago. Or I could be writing AI code now because I had a little more education or experience in it. I do think that I could have been this, if not different. It wouldn't be the same, no. And I understand that that's really your main point, is
That's
that I
my
wouldn't
main
have
point.
this experience.
Right.
But I think to say that I had to experience to be this is not fair to myself and the things that I have fought for in my own mind.
And that's fair. For me, is if I don't frame it that way, that's where my stuckness comes. Because then it becomes a why me
Why me?
type of thing, a victimhood type thing, and et cetera.
Yeah.
So I have to see where there was some good integrated in all of that mess
Yeah,
that helped to create the great space that I live in today.
valid. Absolutely valid.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Let's move on.
Okay.
You're awesome. You're awesome. No stickness here today, guys. We're not getting stuck, are we, Lisa? No, Miriam. Follow-up question for you.
Okay.
You're so brilliant. Those are your bad points. So, you're brilliant too. I mean, my God, boy, look what these people produce. Many small businesses don't realize how much time they lose to manual work. What's one area where automation can make an immediate difference without being complicated?
I would say immediately almost any organization can use marketing automation in some way, shape, or form. And what I mean by that is, do you have a chatbot on your website who's answering questions for you? Do you have your social media responder set up so that it's responding to questions from people who are obviously going to be messaging you on these platforms? Do you have an automated email system to confirm signups and send out marketing collateral or notices with your new services, whatnot? And then I honestly, that ties into your billing systems. If your billing isn't automated in some way, shape, or form, that's a lot of wasted time that you're paying a very expensive accounting and finance person to do.
Yes.
And they could probably be finding you a lot more ways to spend or save money than doing accounting, like billing processes.
Yeah.
So those two areas.
That's awesome. Have you done that for her? She knows how to do it herself.
Actually, Rebecca has learned quite a bit in her own process development. Yeah, I actually have not supported Iron Knight in automation, mostly just marketing.
No, mostly marketing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly marketing.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
wouldn't be where I am without the marketing portion.
Oh.
So what's your number one, I'm a marketing geek, so I like to glean.
Yes.
What is your number one marketing tip for automation? Like, are you talking about scheduling, pre-scheduling, like on Meta Suite on Facebook, or what are you talking about?
I mean, yes, scheduling of posts. If you're gonna put together content, why not spend 30 minutes put together a week's worth of content than spend 10 minutes a day?
Yeah.
Like, that makes more sense to me. Do it all at once. But I'm also talking about, like, how many people chat you a day saying the same questions? What kind of service do you provide? Like, how can I contact you? Right? Those are same questions. There's chatbots in Facebook, Instagram, and
Are those free?
most of them are included in the business suite.
Oh, interesting.
So you don't have extensive options because that's paid for, but if you just want to tell them I'm open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, that's something you can program in your chatbot for free. So yeah, I would say that's almost underused by people because it's like it takes a long time to set up. It really doesn't. It takes a few clicks. It's going to ask you if something happens, what is that thing? When it happens, what do you want an action to be?
Yeah.
And then that's it. If then.
Love it. That's cool.
That is so cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just learned something.
Yeah, I did.
Hook us up.
I know. He's spoiled with me.
You can add or respond to all your YouTube comments. Like, just saying.
Very neat. Okay. So Becca, as a local business owner yourself, what does it mean to you to support other small businesses and families in the community through the work that you're doing each day?
It means a lot. I mean, because we know, I almost want to say struggles. We know the struggles of having your own business, like basically paying yourself nothing. Like, you want to also support the other people. So, I mean, for us in particular, we go onto our community Facebook pages like, hey, I need an electrician. We now have a best friend electrician that lives down the road from us.
Mhm.
We support him. You know, we know the little things that it takes to survive. It means a lot, and I think the community also sees supporting those people, even though we may not broadcast it. You know, say, hey, we do a community cleanup. You know, that supports the local park down the road. It supports the people in the community. Like, they'll bring the trash to us. You know, that it means a lot to a lot
You
of
don't
people.
broadcast that?
Well, no, we do. Well,
Sometimes. Not as much as they should.
Yeah,
Gotta
no.
get those bots working. Come on.
Right. The cleanup, so to speak, those are mostly broadcasted by the organizations utilizing us for it. And so in a way we do, like, we sit there, we'll have our business cards. We'll say, hey, if you don't have us already, here's our card. You know, we would just like to support those other people, you know, by being behind the scene kind of thing. So it does mean a lot to support all of them.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for doing that.
yeah,
Thank
Love
you
that.
so much.
absolutely.
Yeah. Broadcast though, girlfriend. You can't get too much exposure.
Yeah.
I know.
People-
Definitely need to get better at that.
Because that's spotlighting your service.
That's
It is,
right.
yeah.
It's your
And the
differentiator.
good you're
Yeah.
doing for community,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's huge.
What's the Black Forest event you guys do every year?
So it's a Black Forest festival. They do a huge, like, vendor sale parade. They block off basically the middle of Black Forest, and we provide the trash service for all of it, as well as the people who manage the cans throughout the day. And then we do, again, a community cleanup in order to basically sponsor in more of a way. We'll just set up a truck, a roll off, all of these fancy things, and people just bring their stuff that they have, whether it's lumber, old trash, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's all. You service Black Forest then.
We do.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
really, I didn't know it extended that far.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome. Is your husband driving the truck?
He is. He's almost out of the truck. Almost out.
Almost out of the truck.
Yep. We
Okay.
actually just hired 2 more people, so he'll be out of the truck starting in March, and I'll have some help in the office.
That's
Yay.
awesome. Or not.
You might kick him out of the office.
Please go back into the truck.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
My husband's working from home for 6 weeks because they're refurbishing his office,
Oh.
and I'm keeping myself like strategically out of his way because he's a tech guy, so he can't be bothered by
Yeah.
like animals and stuff at the house that bugs you, right?
Right.
Like he does not like to work from home.
That's
I
fair.
love it. I'm very productive at
Fold
home.
laundry while I'm home. That's fine.
How old are your babies?
Sophie, she's 8, Danny's 5, and Corey is 3.
Aw.
3.
So
Aw.
they all still love you.
Yeah,
That's
for now.
amazing.
Believe me, it's coming.
Teenagers are true. Yeah.
I'm past all that. Yeah, I just watch from afar as my grandkids give their parents all it,
Yeah.
Becca, for someone considering switching service providers or supporting a local company, what would you want them to know about Iron Night Disposal?
Really, honestly, it's already been said. Is like we're locally owned, family run. I mean, we do our best to provide the best services for you. So I mean, you're gonna call me, you're gonna get me, you're gonna get the owner. You're gonna have the. I mean, I say sympathy. You're gonna have the compassion behind it. You're gonna have the drive. You're gonna we do our best because providing services for you is also helping us. It's helping put food on our table.
Absolutely.
We're there.
Iron Night's your baby, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
It sure is.
so
Yep.
my baby is not going to treat you badly.
No.
Yes.
All right,
Nope.
we got you. Iron Night
Absolutely.
Disposal. Indeed.
Good job.
You're welcome.
It's good sound bite for you.
He's good at marketing. So Miriam, for business owners who feel stretched thin, what's one mindset shift that can help them start working smarter, not harder?
Smart like you.
Smart like me. Okay, smart like me. We don't know everything. And sometimes when you don't know something, you got to pull somebody else in. You got to go to that subject matter expert, ask the questions, and get the feedback that you might need to hear directly from somebody that you can trust, hopefully. Working smarter means acknowledging that something needs to change. And sometimes that can be hard as well, to think that the way I'm doing it is wrong. What I want to tell people is what you're doing is not wrong. There just might be a better way out there. Yeah. There's not one way to do literally anything.
Sure. Yeah.
So to think that you already have the best way of doing it, like, great for you and your ego, but I challenge that. And to be smart, I think we need to continuously learn. So continuously learn that maybe there's a better way to do something. And if I don't know what that is, somebody else might. And I might not need them on my staff full time. Maybe you just need a consultant for a few hours.
Yeah.
Are you doing a doctoral program?
One day.
One day you plan on that, don't you?
One day, yes. As soon as I figure out how to pay for it.
Oh.
Yeah, I want my doctorate in entomemology.
In what?
Bug jokes.
Excuse me?
What is it?
Entomemology. Ento means bug. Meme, jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Ology, so the study of bug jokes. It's a big joke. I
knew what entomology was. Remember, I was at Oregon. I was going, what is this?
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's my big bug joke. I would love my doctorate. I don't know what in. My bachelor's is communication. My master's is in IT and change management. Okay. So I don't have the computer science on paper, which is what you need for a lot of those doctorate programs. So we're getting there.
Okay, cool.
So I have a question for you guys. Your sisters. Are there any other siblings?
Oh gosh. We are 2 and 3 of 7.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And are you still in connection with them?
For the most part. I mean, we talk. I mean, it's not every day or even every month.
Right. Because you mentioned homeless, so
unfortunately.
So,
But,
4 out of 7 of us experienced some things that the rest didn't.
okay.
So we have, the youngest is 21. We're mid-30s, so the youngest is 21. And the youngest is 19.
He's
JK. He just graduated high school last year. which we're very proud of because not all of 7 of us have high school diplomas. So most of them were homeschooled. We entered high school, so I started junior year, she started freshman year, and I think the rest of them.
What school did you go to?
We graduated from Ellicott High School.
Ellicott, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you were a country girl.
Yes.
You're trying to deny it over
We
there, right?
consider that the country.
That's fair.
We went there when they did their renovations.
Yeah.
The automotive renovation that they
Okay.
added on. I don't know if you're following that at all, but
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we did go. Yeah. You got a question still?
Yeah. Well, no,
There were 7 of us. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I was just trying to piece it all together. I love how you're saying that 4 of us experienced it and the others didn't, because each sibling in a household has led and grew up in a different house altogether than each other,
Yeah.
even though they may have grown up
110%.
in the same
Yeah.
house.
Right.
Right? Your experience is so different, and there's healing comes out of identifying that,
Mhm.
and especially with your relations with your siblings.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
So can you share with our audience, how have you guys grown in sisterhood together? Like what's been a piece?
The looks on their face.
I'm reading that look because
Yeah.
we went through a really rough time.
We haven't always been super close. We
Yeah.
kind of, again,
High school.
high school. I was more of like the emo kid, and she had her friends, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I
Um,
was the emo kid and you were the jock.
It was. But I feel like what it comes down to is just knowing what to talk about and what not to talk about. Like, you have
Sometimes.
your beliefs, I have my beliefs, agree to disagree, or just say, okay, we'll talk about it civilly or something like that. For the most time, we talk about a lot, and we just, again, know those boundaries and say, hey, I can talk about a lot of our traumas, but I need to stop here because it's just too much for
Too
me.
triggering for you.
It can be,
Yeah.
yeah.
So wise.
And
Yeah.
it's just knowing how and who and what to talk about.
Yeah, but I almost kind of want to point out though, like there was a point, and I won't get too personal about it, but there was a point that we kind of both realized, oh, you're as broken as I was,
Mhm.
and you did experience the things that, because we didn't talk about it growing up.
Yeah.
Never.
And
At all.
it was never spoken about,
Mm.
and it's honestly, I've been in therapy for over a decade now, and I'm going to be the rest of my life. So it was almost like there was a moment where we realized, yeah, something happened, it was terrible, and it happened to you too. I'm sorry. Now we're trying to figure out how do we be in each other's lives in a way that we don't
Helps.
trigger each other.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of times where we were put in a position of caring for each other, or caring for our other siblings.
Mhm.
So there was a long time of like me specifically learning when I need to take a step back because it's not my place to mother her
Yeah.
or to help
She said,
in her lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back off, sister.
Well, but I did. I felt a lot of responsibility
Yes.
for my siblings.
Yeah,
So
of
in that
course.
way we did. And then, as we got older, we have different opinions on different things,
Sure.
the way they happened. I have a lot of issue with the way that we were homeschooled.
Mhm.
Not all of my siblings felt the same way about
Right,
the homeschool
yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Well,
so
they-
we just learned.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That question right there brought up a
Yes.
lot, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I
boundaries.
could see the body language too. Right? I was feeling it over here, right? Yeah, we got the same thing going, right? So we get it. I'm second of 15.
Oh
Yeah,
my,
I
yes.
remember.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
yeah, twice as many as you plus
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Plus one. And honestly, I left when the youngest was 3.
Yeah.
So I dipped when I.
Well, I left before the youngest was born.
Oh, yeah.
My youngest sibling's 28 years younger than me.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, I
Big
know him,
difference.
but I don't know him. I've
Yeah.
never lived there. So
It's kind
yeah,
of hard.
It's different.
yeah, it's different. Lisa, what's your takeaway today, girl?
My big takeaway was just what I was tapping into, was the pain from your childhood and how healthy of adults you both are today. And I love that you openly talk about being in therapy. I'm a huge therapy advocate. I've been in therapy finally. It took me 50 years to go to therapy, but I've been in it for 3 years now, and I love it. So I think that's healthy for our listeners to know that. And I love that you love your sister still, because sisterhood's a big deal.
It is a
Yeah.
big deal. It is a
Yeah.
big deal.
What's
Yeah.
your
Well, that's
takeaway?
such a good summary, my friend. Yeah. My takeaways today from listening to both your story, first of all, thank you for letting me meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're so awesome. You really are. Thank you for letting me meet your baby sister.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me
Yeah,
be here.
yeah, you two together, because the dynamic of this really speaks to our audiences today. There's so many fractures and families today. I mean, it's epidemic.
Yeah.
It really is, and I think you offered some hope for our audience that even though we may look at life differently, even though we may even take the same experiences way differently, there is a place where we can come together and
Absolutely.
we can make life happen and we can love one another
Yes.
more than anything else. So you, both entrepreneurs, doing great work in our community together. That's where we bridge the gap between discouragement and hope, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
love that.
thank you guys.
So
Yeah.
Miriam, since you're the panel host, I'm going to have you go first. I want you to look at that camera and let them know how to reach you for your services, and then also encourage the world.
Ooh, okay. So my name is Miriam Neel, owner of Curiouser Designs. You can find me at curiouserdesigns.com or on LinkedIn, Miriam Neel. To encourage you today, really, I just want to remind you that the effort that you put into the world and the energy you put into the world is what goes around and what will come back. So dream bigger, do better.
Yes,
And
again.
and hopefully have that return to you, because we need to be the change we want to see.
Love it.
I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah.
That, was
All right.
that wasn't original.
No, it was not.
Becca, you're next.
I am Rebeccah Vetrano. You can reach Iron Night Disposal at our website, ironnightdisposal.com, and it's KNIGHT. We, as a human, need to remember to never stop learning. Never discourage other people, and just remember to be human. You know, not everybody can deal with things like you can, and that's one thing obviously we've learned. So just, like she said, be the change you want.
Indeed.
We're sponsored by Brandon Kirk from Planet Duck.
Yes, he's the owner of Planet Duct, and he has the largest vacuums, strongest vacuums. And what is his slogan again, Frank?
Yeah, they're stronger than the vacuum of space. And Brandon and his family, and his 3 children are just incredible. I know them personally. We've had a great opportunity to know them. He's a great family man. 25 years, been married to, what is his wife's name? Gaba?
Gaba. And she is a beautiful artist, and yes, they have an amazing farm as well. But he loves the Colorado Springs. His give back throughout all local businesses in town is amazing, and we sure do appreciate him in town.
And one last thing, you know, many of you didn't know this, but Brandon has mentored many small business people in this community.
Yes.
His give back to our community is exceptional. So they really are.
Stronger than the vacuum of space.
Look up Planet Duck.
So that's it for today's Be Encouraged. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on LinkedIn as well as Instagram, and join us on our conversation on BeEncouraged.net.
Indeed. You know, be encouraged, and the whole platform is to infuse hope and encouragement into our community through organic conversations with incredible human beings. Because Be Encouraged is real talk, real growth, real Colorado.
Stay encouraged.